Good morning, First Baptist Hurst. How many of you are glad to be in church this morning? Let's stand up together. Come on, yeah, I'm glad to be here. Hey, the choir's going to start our worship service after we read a scripture together. They're going to sing one of Fanny Crosby's songs. Now, Fanny Crosby was a hymn writer back in the 1800s and 1900s, and she wrote 6,000 or so hymns. What have you done lately? So, just 6,000 hymns, and actually because of a misdiagnosis as a baby, and they were trying to help her with her eyesight. They actually caused her to go blind as a baby. Blind all of her life until she was 98 years old, and she died. And she always said, and the song kind of talks about it, when I die, having been blind, the best thing about that is the first face I will see will be the face of Jesus. Come on, somebody. So she took what was maybe a burden and began to just walk through it and say, I'll just write these songs about my faith. And so we're going to read 1 Corinthians 13, verse 12. Talks about how one day we too shall see him face to face. And then as the choir sings, it reminds us that as we have that hope of Jesus and have that hope of heaven, who we taking with us? There's some lonely people, there's some discouraged people that we need to be sharing Jesus with on a regular basis. Let's read together, all together with one loud voice. When I became a man, I gave away childish ways. For now we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, then I shall know fully, even as I have been fully known. So now faith, hope, and love abide, these three. But the greatest of these is love. You may be seated.
glad you came to church today. Let me say again, choir, band, orchestra, thank you so much for leading us to the throne of grace this morning in worship. We have come together, and it is good to be together with God's people as we worship today. We welcome you here at First Baptist Hurst. We are a church, one church meeting at two campuses. So our River Trails campus is worshiping even now as we are. And you saw a video there at the beginning of the service showing kind of our opening day, a grand opening last weekend, kind of recap of that. Thank you so much to so many of you that participated in that with us. We're really excited about the opportunities to minister there. Excited about the opportunity to worship together today here at the Norwood campus. And if you're a guest with us this morning, we want to extend to you a very special welcome. Thank you for worshiping with us today. We would invite you to look in that ministry guide that you received as you came in. There's a tear-off section and an opportunity for you just to register your visit with us today. We're not going to bother you or track you down. We just want to know that you were here with us. We want to be able to pray for you. And, of course, for everyone, know that on that same tear-off, you can share any prayer needs with us, and our staff will join with you in prayer over any needs that you're facing or decisions perhaps that you're facing this week. Allow us to minister with you and pray with you on those kind of things. One thing that you'll find out about First Baptist Hurst if you're new here is that we are a welcoming, friendly church, and we like to say hello. We like to greet one another every week as we come to this time of our service. We invite you to stand and kind of reach across the aisle.